Greetings GCC students, faculty, and staff. Today, in this video, I'm going to introduce you to the library's new One Search system. This One Search system provides a single, convenient search box that will allow you to start exploring all the rich online and physical collections of the library. So, let's go ahead and get started. So to begin, the library's One Search search box can be found directly on the library homepage. And because this search box explores so many different aspects of the library collections, we've added a number of different tabs to the top that will allow you to explore some of the major information types we carry at the library. So for example, there's a Find Articles tab that will limit to just our collections of online articles. A Find Books tab that will limit to our collections of books and ebooks. A Video and Music tab that will limit to our video and audio collections, as well as a Journal Finder tab that will allow you to search issue by issue of different journals, magazines, periodicals, and newspapers. And of course, we also have the One Search tab. And this is the broadest search that'll search all these different information types simultaneously. And as you probably noticed as I was doing that quick tour of the tabs, there's actually limiters on these tabs that'll allow you to limit further into some of these information types. So for example, on the Find Articles tab, you'll notice radio buttons below the search box that allow you to limit to scholarly or research articles, reference or background articles, or even magazines and newspaper articles that cover more current issues. Similarly, on the Find Books tab, you'll also notice limiters that allow you to limit to just our collections of physical books, ebooks, textbooks that we checked out within the library. As well, you can also even search all 10 Maricopa Community Colleges for books that can be delivered to the GCC libraries for pickup for you for free. And as well, in addition to some of these radio buttons, you'll even notice to the left of where we put our search terms, options that allow you to scope your search to keyword, title, author, or subject. So the first thing you might want to consider as you're about to do some of your research is what type of information are you looking to explore today? Are you looking for something like a research or scholarly article to really dig into your topic? Are you looking for more background information that might be found best in a reference article? Or are you looking to get a little bit more in-depth into your area of study and want to explore something more broad, such as a physical book or possibly an ebook? Or maybe you're even looking for something like a documentary or maybe an educational video on your topic that might be best through a streaming video. All these options are available for you. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to actually do the broadest search, the One Search, to actually start exploring all these different types of information for my particular topic. And for my topic, I'm going to go ahead and type in dinosaur. And when I hit search, all sorts of different information resources come up for my topic. And because I did, again, that broad search, you'll notice there's all sorts of different information types in there. So for instance, we have books, conference proceedings, articles, scholarly articles, reference articles, and if I kept scrolling, I'm sure I'd find some good videos in there, and maybe even some music. Now, a couple things you might notice on this results page here is we had a number of limiters at the front end, those tabs and those radio buttons. We also have some of these same limiters on the back. So for instance, if we wanted to scope our search to books, we could do that here at the top. If we want to scope it to articles, we can do that as well. And a couple other options here too. Now to the left, we even have a couple more limiters as well. So we're limited here right now to articles, but I can also limit to peer-reviewed journals, peer-reviewed articles, scholarly type articles if I wanted to. I can even limit by other things such as publication date and a variety of different other limiters here to the left. So let's say this top article is the one I really want to go ahead and dig into. So a couple things I can do. To begin, there's this Get PDF button. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And when I do so, it actually takes me to a PDF of that article that I can read just as if it was from that magazine or journal or wherever this article was pulled from. Pretty exciting, right? There's also this View Online option that'll take me to an online or website version of that article. And there's also a couple other options I can explore here as well. So for example, at the top I have options to email that article, grab a permalink. I can even, if I'm logged into the Primo system, click this pin item and actually add it to a list directly within the system itself. And so I can actually explore some of the articles I pinned here if I'm logged in. And to log in, you just simply click on this link to the top and just log in with your Maricopa account. Now, in addition to some of these options here directly on the results page, if I click into the title of the article, I see even more options. So for example, I have a citation tool that'll allow me to grab that citation and put it into my Works Cited or References page. Again, some of those permalink and email options we had before. As well, you'll notice as I scroll down, I'll have all sorts of links to this article from different databases, because this article appears in a number of different databases at the library, and I can kind of pick which database I might like best for it. That said, we've talked a little bit about how you might find and utilize some of the online information resource types at the library, but how might you find and locate physical items within the library itself? Well, there's a variety of options for doing so. Again, we're going to start by exploring some of these different tabs at the search box, and let's say I'm looking for a physical book on my topic. So I'm going to click Find Books, click Physical to limit to physical books, and I'm going to type in my particular topic again. Now, one thing you've probably noticed, since I did that search at the front end where I limited to physical books, you'll notice some of those limiters are on the back end as well. So you notice it's limited to books and to the GCC Library collections on the back end as well. And again, you want to go ahead and explore which book might be right for your particular topic. And for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to pick the first one. How fast did the T-Rex run? Good question. Let's see if we can find the answer. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that title right now. And then where it says available in the library, you'll be able to go ahead and find the shelf location of that book in the library. So it's located in the GCC library here, the Glendale CC library. And this QE 861.4 is the call number or shelf address for that book. But if you do need any help finding any of these books on the shelf, just ask one of us librarians. We'd be more than happy to assist. Now, one other thing that's important to note while I'm on this page, if you're requesting books from a different library, this can be found here as well. And you can request those books simply through this request option. And if you click on that option, you can actually request to have this book be delivered to the GCC library if you found that at a different campus. Alright, so that wraps up this introduction into the library's new One Search system. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much.